Hey, what's up, all my knife people? Got another knife review for you today. But before I get this started, I just want to say thanks to everybody in the knife and gun community. I really appreciate it for the nomination for the Tactical Viewers Awards for Best Knife Reviews. Last year I got third place, and that was just utterly amazing to be paired with Nut and Fancy and Cutlery Lover. It blew my mind. I was just astonished that little old me, would be grouped with two huge names like that, and it was very humbling, and I really appreciate it, guys. I'm really having fun doing these reviews. I'm glad I can help, and I'm glad that you guys are taking enough away from it to actually nominate me for something like that, and really appreciate it, guys. And there's a lot of good people in this community, and very fortunate to be a part of it. So, thanks a lot for the nomination. You guys are great, and don't forget to vote. Not for me necessarily, but for the whole community. There's a lot of great people out there. All right. So today we got the Spyderco PPT. Great knife. It's been discussed very thoroughly on YouTube and the forums, but I just want to give my take on it, and also to show off this yet another amazing pimp job by our own Tough Thumbs. And I'll put his website and YouTube page in the link. Hit him up if you want anything pimped. He does carbon fiber, G10, stone washing. Excellent job. And can't go wrong with them. So start off with this knife right here, the Spyderco PPT. Just an excellent knife. Start off with some size comparisons to get you guys kind of an idea of what you're looking at here. It's basically the same shape and size as the Sage 2, which we all know is a great ergonomic knife. Probably the most it's my favorite Spyderco knife, and great knife. And just for fun, we have a small Sabenza. So we got those size comparisons out of the way. Now I'll put all the specs in the description below, so I won't bore you with specs. But this is a flat ground S30 V blade. Great utility type blade shape. I would say this is like a modified sheep's foot spear point type blade. Just a great EDC utility type knife. Not necessarily a self-defense knife, which it could be definitely used at that, but this is just a perfect EDC shape. You've got that kind of flat blade that's just really good for cutting, but it's got a nice belly to it. And as we all know, Spyderco puts a razor edge on their knives, and just watch how quick it goes through cardboard. Like it's just paper. It's cutting through tape and cardboard now. Just really quick. Super duper sharp. Spyderco is probably the best production knife company that puts edges on their knives. I mean, they just put a wicked edge. And we've got some tape gunk there, but we'll just see if I can get that wiped off real quick. Okay. Great ergonomics on this knife. The blade kind of swoops back, fits perfectly in the palm of your hand. You've got a kind of unique choil here. It's a double choil. You can hold it, or you can choke up. And you've got double jimping on the top here for both grips. And you can definitely choke up. It's definitely a utility knife. Very nice feel in the hand. Great construction. Stainless steel, kind of a light blast. Same thing as on the Sage. It's got a very, very nice blasting on it, B-blast on it. Makes it look like titanium. I'm not sure why they didn't use titanium. Probably a cost thing, but it would have been cool. But you know, it looks like titanium, and it's just as sturdy. Got a nice back spacer here. Got a very, very thick lock bar. Here's a small Sabenza. It's almost as thick. I'm not sure the thickness, probably 0.13, something like that. Here it is next to the Sage. It's a very, very thick lock bar for a liner lock. And the G10 actually works as a lock bar stabilizer. So you're not going to be able to hyperextend the lock bar and eventually over time lose its spring and tension. So that's not going to happen. The liners are drilled out, but only on the non-locking side. You have, looks like 4 holes there. It doesn't really take too much of the weight away. This is a heavy knife. It's about 5.5 ounces probably. I'll put it in the description. But weight really isn't a concern for me because you know, I've carried 8-ounce knives, you know, 5 ounce, 4 ounces, and to me, I can't notice the difference. Once it's in my pocket, if you've got a nice pocket clip, once it's in your pocket, I really don't notice it. So weight is definitely not an issue for me at all with a knife, you know. So you've got this nice deep pocket clip, and once it goes in there, you don't see any of the knife. It's a very nice kind of custom pocket clip. It does make this knife, for me at least, a little difficult to pull out of the pants, but I believe that's why it came with a lanyard, and I took mine off because it doesn't match this G10. Speaking of the G10, I'll do a macro of this, but Tough Thumbs, Joff did a great job. It's a Jade G10, and he dyes it blue. He calls it his Ice Jade. Starts off light, turns dark. I mean, it's a really amazing job. It's probably my favorite pimp job he's done on any of my knives, and he's done quite a few. The knife flicks open with authority, very fast, easy to Spyder drop. Left-handed, definitely do it left-handed. And I'm not left-handed, but look how quickly I can do that. But you want to be careful because this knife is razor sharp. So it's definitely lefty friendly. You can't swap the pocket clip though. That's the one thing. It's only made for right-hand carry, so you can't swap the pocket clip. Very, very nice knife. Lockup was about 50%. Very tight lockup, no play whatsoever. But you can adjust it. It's got Torx. And the lock bar cutout, it leaves a nice thickness. Unlike some knives that they cut it really, really thin, but for such a thick lock bar, it's a nice thick cutout right there. Leaves it with perfect amount of tension. So that's the Spyderco PPT. Great knife. Perfect for EDC with that ergonomics and the blade shape. Perfect just utility blade. If you're a carpenter, a cook, just a perfect shape. It's a great utility edge. S30B, stays sharp long, fairly easy to sharpen. And that's my review. Y'all take care now. Be safe and stay sharp. Alright.